Right, I've been meaning to do this for a while because I keep getting asked how best to use social media to push your business a bit. So Joe Bloggs has a personal account, and on his personal account he needs to fill in all the relevant details, and he needs to put in that he is the owner or the CEO or manager or whatever of Joe Bloggs business. And Joe Bloggs business is all about t-shirts or whatever. So back on his personal account, if possible, he needs to work into his actual cover photograph, his cover image and his post image, something that relates to his business but isn't actually in your face, if you like. So in the instance of him selling t-shirts, it would be good that if his cover photograph had maybe somebody wearing one of his t-shirts, and his actual post image, the smaller image, maybe a small graphic of his company logo, so that it's instantly recognizable that Joe Bloggs is the owner of that particular business. Nothing that's over the top, nothing that's in your face, just subtle. There's lots of examples of that on the internet. So Joe Bloggs fills out all his details on his own personal site showing that he's the owner of this business, and then what he does is he goes off and he joins as many groups as possible that are related to his business. So that might be it might be suppliers groups, it might be eBay groups, it could be any number of groups that are related in some way to his business, and they are places where he thinks that there is a possibility that there might be possible customers within. So now he's joined all these groups and he's been accepted, and what he needs now to do is he needs to actively post in all of those groups but not promote the business. And what will happen is people's curiosity will drive them back to look at his profile, and they will see that he's the owner of, and because he's set up his profile correctly, it will link back to his business. So just through actively posting and joining in conversations, not everybody, but some who, for whatever reason, if it's a very cleverly worded response to a question, they will track back and they will see who this person is. So immediately you've gained somebody's attention. Now this posting in the groups activity means that you are actively, sorry about that, it's difficult to hold this, you are actively putting your business into visibility. At the same time, Joe Bloggs business needs to ensure that they are making posts on their line that aren't the usual, we are offering 20% off for X, or we think you might be interested in one of our t-shirts. You know, the type of posts which are just so repetitive, they offer nothing to the end user. So what they end up doing is skipping past it. So what needs to happen here, you need to post items or posts that are interesting to the end user. And they might not be about t-shirts in general, but it might be some quirky fact. So for argument's sake, it could be that back in 1832 somebody developed the t-shirt with a slogan, and that was the birth of whatever. Instead of it being non-useful, if you like, it gives the end user something about that sort of, oh, I didn't know that. They then might possibly share. So what you're always looking to do is try to create posts which people will share. So sometimes funny posts will attract somebody to share the post. So keep it interesting. Don't necessarily keep it about what the business is there to achieve, which is selling. Keep it about trying to keep it in the eye of the end user, so that when they actually want to make a purchase, they know where you are and they understand what you're about. Keep the content fresh, so keep it regular. Find the best time of day to post, because people, obviously, busy timelines, it just goes missing off the timeline. So you have to work out when is best to make a post. With some people that would be tea time, sometimes it's lunchtime, sometimes it's breakfast time. You have to work out what works best. And then occasionally offer something in return for likes and shares. It could be a free t-shirt, or it could be something free from your business, or it could be a money off voucher. But if you don't offer something, then people won't share it. The only other way that they'll share things is if it's completely and totally interesting and worth sharing. So remember that. Coming back to your personal, take any opportunity to post when businesses are allowed to post, or when individuals are allowed to promote a business. Doesn't happen often, but sometimes admins will say Tuesdays are fine for people to promote a business. Also, if you can fetch your business into selling groups, again, some groups will allow a business to join, some groups will only allow a personal account. If you're in a selling site and it's a personal account and you can promote your business, take the opportunity. Great places to spread your visibility. Understand where your users are. If Twitter is where your users are, then obviously that's the medium to use. If Facebook, then that's the medium to use. And engage in the groups that they use. So again, you've got to start understanding which groups your users will use, and then you have to get in there and become active. If you do that as a starting point, you will find that you will get people tracking back. Some people will like your page, some people will follow your page, but overall you will end up with people starting to engage with your personal site. If you've got any questions, just message me and I'll try and answer them. Try it, see how it goes. Adjust accordingly as you go, but that should get you up and running somewhere near successfully. It'll give you something to do and something to build your business up. Hope that helps.